Hi, Chuck Vosburgh here from NextHome, your favorite realtor. And the seller's market continues. So I've got the latest numbers on the Pinellas County real estate market here, and I'd like to go over those with you. But of course, numbers without analysis are very deceptive. So I'm going to kind of go over them and tell you what we think that they mean to you as a buyer or a seller. So first of all, here's the numbers. The sales compared to this time last year are up 8.6%. Cash purchases are down 5.1%. The average price is up 12.6%. The active listings that are available for purchase right now is down 6.2%. And the comparison between sale price and listing price, properties are selling on the average at 0.8% below list price. So what does all this mean? It can be a little bit deceptive sometimes, and I think the first thing is that we should talk about the reasons why sales are up so much. They continue to be up because interest rates are very low, the economy is very strong, and we have a huge influx of people moving into this area. So if you're a seller or you're thinking about selling, we believe this is the time to do it. And we think time might be running short on that, and I'll explain that in a minute. But first, about cash prices. Cash purchases rather, are down. And the reason why they're down is because a lot of folks feel that with interest rates being as low as they are, there's no reason to pay cash when you can get a loan for such a low amount and then utilize that cash for something else that has a higher rate of return. So that explains that. The average price being up 12%, that's great news for sellers, and that's just normal supply and demand. That's just normal economics. The list to sale price, 0.8%. So what that means is if you're a buyer and you go in there with a lowball offer, you're not going to get that house. It's just that simple. If you want to get the house, assuming it's fairly priced, because overpriced houses are going to sit on the market. Nobody's going to overpay for something that's not worth it. And the banks won't let them do it anyway. So appropriate pricing is the key if you're a seller. It'll sell for very close to asking price, and it'll sell quickly if the price is appropriate. And whether or not you want to boost it up a little bit, that's a strategy, but we can talk about that at another time. So anyway, there's a lot of talk about upcoming recession, and Pat and I have an opinion on that. Of course, nobody has a crystal ball. We can just give you our informed opinion. But looking back to past recessions, now I'm not talking about the bubble that happened about 10 years ago. That was caused by fraud. But looking back, I've noticed that a lot of times the news media can kind of talk us into a recession, and I think that's kind of what's happening now. There's so much talk and so much rhetoric and so much doom and gloom. I think it's making people feel a little bit conservative with their investments and causing the market to shift a little bit, and it becomes kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, I will tell you this, recessions are a normal cycle in economics. They just are. They're supposed to happen. They have to happen. Everything is cyclical, and the economy definitely follows a cycle. So anyway, getting back to real estate and how it relates to real estate, the value of properties are at an all-time high. Interest rates are at an all-time low. It's a very strong seller's market. If you're thinking about selling, or if you know somebody who's thinking about selling, now is the time. Once we get into a recession mode, then prices are going to drop. They always do. They just have to. So now is the time. If you're a buyer, you can still get good deals on properties out there. It's a little bit more difficult to find them, and it takes a little extra time to find them. But they're out there, and Pat and I have been finding things for our people, and everything's been working out very well for them. So if you're a buyer or a seller, we'd sure love to talk with you. We put humans above houses, and that's the way we work. We'd love to help. If you have any specific questions about maybe your segment in the market, maybe your price range, or your particular area of your kind of house, just let me know. I'll be happy to tell you anything you want to know. And thank you so much for watching. Give us a call if there's anything we can do to help, or if you have any questions, contact me. Happy to answer them. Thanks, and have a good day. Bye-bye.